Good morning, everyone. Season's greetings from lovely Renton, Washington. Today is Black Friday, and today we have converted fully into the Christmas spirit here on DSPGaming. On today's show, we'll be talking about how my Thanksgiving went. There's also a couple interesting gaming news stories. And of course, I'm sure we're going to chill and get into the holiday vibe. And of course, don't forget, it's Black Ops Friday. All this and more on today's special holiday edition of the Level 1 Podcast.
Get ready for some meaningful content, because the king is back, the king of the live stream, the king is back. Woo! Because the king is back, the king of the live stream, the king is back. Oh!
Alrighty, everyone. Welcome to the show. Happy Black Friday. Today is Friday, the 29th of November, 2024. I'm DSP, and it's time for holiday fun to begin. My first ever year where I have super deluxe decorations for Christmas. What a month it's going to be. I cannot wait. As you know, this is my favorite month of the year. Everything gets festive and fun. So let's talk a little bit about that. So as you can see, the big upgrades that I've done to the set this year, I brought back the blue panels in my background now to fit a more festive like ice or snow motif rather than get the black ones that were there for like Halloween and Thanksgiving. Obviously, we've got brand new Christmas animations that you're seeing on the digital frame. Those will be playing all month. And what I'm going to do is every week I'm going to alternate those out for new ones, just like I did every week during October for Halloween. We've got a brand new light. It's the Pac-Man Ghosts Chasing Pac-Man, which is pretty cool. Like I said, I bought a few new signs to add to the set so that we can alternate between them and it's not always the same one or two. We got a little Nutcracker over here. And then, of course, to my right, we got the super deluxe Christmas set, including the return of Cookie the Christmas Pooch. We got the Golden Stag, Chestnut the Squirrel. We never named the penguin last year, did we? And then we got this Christmas tree that's like white and red. And, of course, this year, man, does it really stand out because of the lighting, because of the new camera. Like, everything this year looks so much better than it ever has before. So I'm very happy to bring the festive fun to you. Now, in addition to all of this, every single animation has been changed into a Christmas animation. So if you tip, you get a Christmas animation. If you do a super chat or a super sticker, you get a Christmas animation. If you gift a sub or you become a sub on DSPGaming Reel on Kick, you get a Christmas animation. Everyone gets a Christmas-themed animation this year. I'm now excited, very excited for the holiday season. I love this time of year. I really do. We all get into the mood around here starting today. We even have a special stuff planned today. It's going to be Black Ops Friday. Since today is Black Friday, the day when everyone runs out and spends a lot of money on themselves in a very greedy consumerist fashion, we're going to be taking down the terrorists or the operatives, whoever it is. I don't even know anymore. They don't even give the names to the sides of the groups anymore, do they? I just realized that. Like Call of Duty, it used to tell you the names of the groups you were playing as. I don't think they tell you anymore. So, anyway, we're doing Black Ops as the daytime stream. And I think that it's going to be a very good stream of fun. We're going to be doing the challenges, daily challenges as usual, and then playing with various weapons, unlocks, and the like. We'll see what happens. I may do the ranked today, because remember, we started playing ranked last time, and I had a lot of fun with it. So maybe a lot more ranked today. We'll see. But I am so happy and excited for the Christmas time. FYI, I even have Christmas RGB going on in the office. I have my gaming PC lit up like a Christmas tree, literally. It's green with all these lights that are kind of like slowly transitioning across my keyboard, mouse, and gaming PC. So everything here is festive Christmas fun for sure. If we get our first contribution of the day, we will see the animations. So let's see who will be the first contributor of the day and to see the Christmas animations in effect. Now, speaking of that, all right, FYI, today we are at streak number 80 freaking 8. 88 straight streams of hitting my goals and crushing my trolls, and it continues through the holiday season. They're not going to get nothing but a holly jolly lump of coal in their stockings this year as the streak continues through the Christmas season event into December and into Christmas itself, right? How awesome. Now, today is reward day. That's correct. That means that when we hit streak 89 on this very stream, I'm going to order special edition stuff from Wendy's. Go ahead and open it up. Here it is. So, this is what we're going to have today on a special Black Friday edition of DSP Tries It. It's going to be... on, if I can... oh? I don't think it's going to be that. I think something went wrong with my capture device. Hold on. Let me see if I can figure this out. There we go. So, it's going to be the mushroom bacon cheeseburger, the salted caramel frosty, and the taco salad from Wendy's. This is their new holiday menu, basically, even though it has nothing to do with the holidays. Kind of funny that there's no holiday tie-in with it whatsoever. I mean, do you think salted caramel when you think Christmas? Do you think mushroom cheeseburger when you think Christmas? But let me tell you, I definitely think about a taco salad when I start thinking about Christmas. It's the first thing that hits my mind, so that one makes sense. Okay? But the other big feature, and this is why people like this idea this week, the taco salad comes with, get this, Wendy's chili. Wendy's freaking chili. So, yeah. I mean, we've talked about it for years and years for various reasons. You know, it's not because of me. The meme is because of Wings of Redemption. I'm actually going to taste Wendy's chili for the first time in over a decade. The last time I had it, for the record, I got the runs and couldn't stop pooping for about a day and a half. It was that bad. So, I just don't know what's going to happen. It's probably a horrible idea. I do have a full day of content planned. You know, we got Black Ops on the first stream, and then I'm doing my politics show, DS Politics, on the late stream exclusively on Kick. So this is probably a really bad idea, but hey, I offered it. You guys have matched it. I'm sticking to it. So please contribute to the stream. Let's hit the goal. Everything counts today, including super chats, super stickers, memberships, and gifted memberships on the YouTube side. Subs and gifted subs over on the Kick side. And then, of course, tips, which go across both sides because they go through PayPal. Anyone could tip. Let's get it going. In fact, here we go. Busty Phil. Not really busty, but Busty Phil with a 5-sub gift over on Kick. Thank you to... oh, and JLB just did a super chat, and we get our very first Christmas animation. Stolen credit card. I love Tim Curry, for the record. I wish that he was still acting. I really do. But there you go, Tim Curry. So JLB with our first super chat, he says, honey, do you honestly think I would check thousands of tiny little lights if I wasn't sure the extension cord was plugged in? That's a Christmas Vacation reference. I get almost every Christmas reference because I'm a Christmas aficionado. I used to watch all the Christmas movies back in the day. By the way, so JLB's Canadian. I always forget the Canadian conversion. Let's do it quickly. CA to USD. It's 71 cents on the dollar. So he did 10, so that would be $7.15. There we go. I want to be sure to give him proper credit. Thank you, JLB, for the first super chat of the day. And then, like I said, over on the kick side, we had Busty Phil did a 5-sub bomb, which is the equivalent of $25 of contributions. And yes, we have animations for that. Allow me to just pull that up. Our first manual animation. Here we go. Thank you to Busty Phil. Ho, ho, ho to you. A whopping 5 gifted subs over on Kick. Let's get hype. Santa's hype. Santa Phil is hype. Is absolutely disturbing. Look at that animation. Yo, I'm going to have a nightmare now. Oh, no. That's freaking terrifying, dude. All right. Anyway, thank you guys for your early support. I also just received a $3 tip from Chocoboco. Without spoiling it, I tried the mushroom bacon cheeseburger today. My Wendy's building, the item is limited time offer, so maybe it won't be a staple sandwich. They've had it before. Like, no lie, I've had this before 100 years ago. I remember having the mushroom bacon cheeseburger. I also had the taco salad. So what it is, they just decided to bring back items from the past for this limited time menu. So I'm not going to be surprised if it's not that good, to be honest. I actually don't know what the sauce is on it. The sauce looks like it's a special kind of a sauce, but I'm not sure what. But, you know, it's just mushrooms with bacon, melted Swiss on a regular burger, you know, and it's whatever that sauce is. So it's nothing, it's too special, you know. The taco salad, you know, the special thing about that is to see if you actually can hold your bowels in after you eat it. And the salted caramel frosty might be interesting. I never had that before. That's a brand new one where they're going to put some flavoring in their frosty, I guess. So, okay. So, FYI, let's hit the goal. When we hit the goal, I'll be ordering Wendy's, and we're going to do the DSP Tries It right at the end of the Black Ops gameplay. So, Black Ops gameplay will end roughly around like 3:45, 4 p.m. Pacific time, and then we will do the Wendy's DSP Tries It, FYI. Okay? So, that's how it's going to work today. Cool. All right. Thank you guys for the early support. Already up to, actually, it's 35 because I didn't add the $3 tip from Chocoboco. Up to $35 of support early on. JLB says, is Batman Returns a Christmas movie? Absolutely yes. 100%. I like the scene where Santa Claus punches the penguin straight in the crotch. And then he lays an egg. Remember that? That was a good one. Does the taco salad taste good, asks Busty Phil? To be honest, I think the salad itself was good. But, see, I think what they intend you to do, they give you a salad. It's like lettuce and tomato and the chips, like the corn chips and cheese and like corn, like pieces of corn. And then it's dressing. So it's just a normal salad, basically. But then they give you this chili. And they're like, oh, you're supposed to pour the chili into the salad. Who would pour chili on top of their salad? So if I remember, what happened was I ate the salad and I thought the salad tasted good. And then I had some of the chili. And then all of a sudden, later in the day, my guts started a rumbling. It felt like someone had poured like straight up like oil into my guts. It was like super lubed. And it was just nonstop having to run to the bathroom like every 20 minutes for like the next day. I couldn't stop it. It was awful. Really, it was really, really inflammatory and bad. So I don't know if that was the salad. I don't know if that was the chili, but something went horribly wrong. All right. You know, you ever see the scene in Christmas Vacation where Clark Griswold gets on the sled and he puts the industrial lubricant on the bottom and he just sits down and he takes off like a rocket? So that's what the turds were like coming out of my ass that day. It was just insanity. Like, it burned. It was so wild. Okay. Awful. That's a free cleanse, says Super Bonchon. Well, see, I don't mind the free cleanse, but I mind the several, 30 to 40 extra cleanses after the first. That's what I minded. Because I don't know about you guys. I don't prefer to be in my bathroom for the vast majority of the day. Like, I like to be out and about doing things in my home, enjoying my life, my time. The can is all right. Like, maybe once or twice a day. But it's just not my favorite spot. You know what I mean? Okay. I received a $2.25 tip from Mr. Puffy Nipples. I watched Planes, Trains, and Automobiles last night. I love that movie. Rest in peace, John Candy. Yes, the late, great John Candy, a comedic genius, Also, Steve Martin, back in the day, was a comedic genius. I haven't seen him do anything in the last 15 plus years, so I don't know if he's any good now. But yeah, that's an amazing movie. What's funny about it is it's really weird because everyone says it's a Thanksgiving movie, but it's not. Like, did you actually watch it? There's no Thanksgiving involved in the movie. Well, I think originally it was considered a Christmas movie, but somehow it got moved to be a Thanksgiving movie. Right? It's very weird. So, but I mean, I love the movie. I don't care when you watch it or how you enjoy it, but it's a great movie. Either way. So, another one, Spawn Killer with a $5 super chat. I remember you had Pico Digo. I think you got sick off of it. Pico Digo? What in the holy hell is Pico Digo? Picodigo. Pico Digo? What? Wait a minute. Why does that say Turkey Day? I think we have a glitched animation. This happens sometimes in this app. I need to delete that one. I should not have a Turkey Day animation. Okay, it's this one. I'll delete it. Okay, I deleted the Turkey Day animation, so now it shouldn't play again. I was like, only we're supposed to have Thanksgiving on there. There you go. The good news is this app for this frame has like 2,000 Christmas animations. It's insane. So I spent like 25 minutes last night just going through the first like couple hundred. And I picked a few that I like, but I'm gonna have so many good Christmas animations this year. I mean, this is pretty much what the frame's made for, you know, Christmas and Halloween. So, okay, all right. So already. Oh, by the way, let me add. I added the Spawn Killer. No, I didn't. I have to add the $5 Spawn Killer. It was a $5 super chat from Spawn Killer. Let me get that added. So we're at 42 now. Pico Digo. What in the hell is Pico Digo? 5 ingredients: rye bread, tomato, white onion, jalapeno, cilantro, lime, and salt. No, that's Pico de Gallo. That's not Pico Digo. It's Pico de Gallo. I don't know. I'm confused. Anyway, so that's Whack is asking, do we have leftover turkey? Shall I tell you about our Thanksgiving now? Shall we get into the segment? I'm sure everyone wants to hear about how our Thanksgiving went last night. Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about my Thanksgiving because everyone wants to know, how did it go? Well, you know how the first half of my Thanksgiving went because I was right here with you. I was streaming and we played an awesome segment, or awesome session, I should say, of Microsoft Flight Sim, where we flew all around the world. I mean, we went to North Korea, Washington, D.C., so you want to talk about two polarizing places, there you go. Among many other places, beautiful places, like the New Zealand, we flew over this beautiful lake. Really cool stuff. Had a great time. Support was astronomical. You guys were amazing yesterday, so thank you so much for that. And then after that, immediately following that, I set up uploads, and I filmed the daily wrap right after as well, so that way I could run right downstairs and not have to worry about filming for the night. And so I went downstairs, and all Thanksgiving dinner was ready. The turkey roast and all the sides. Now, the turkey roast, okay, it was one huge turkey breast. And it had been roasted in the oven for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And it had been, my wife had marinated it 2 days before in this herb and garlic marinade, and then she had added other herbs and spices. So the way that this turkey roast works, it's in this string, this netting string, and you leave it in there. So as it's cooking, it plumps, but it doesn't get too big and then like burst or anything. So it stays intact in its shape. And it worked perfectly, but I had to get the netting off in order to actually serve and slice it up. So I had to cut through the netting with, kitchen shears and get it off. Once I did, it sliced beautifully. It was so juicy. It was cooked absolutely perfectly through, and it was ultimately juicy. Like every bite was full of flavor and juice, and I'll talk about that in a sec. Then we had all these sides. We had sweet potato casserole with a crunchy caramelized top. We had a hashed potatoes with cheese. Basically, it tasted like a loaded baked potato. It had sour cream and multiple cheeses in it in like this hash brown potato side. We had green bean casserole, which was super good. It was fresh green beans, but they were deep cooked in this sauce that they had made for it, plus pieces of bacon and veggie and stuff in there. It was super good. And then a cornbread dressing, which honestly tasted kind of like regular stuffing. You know how you have stuffing for your turkey, but it had cornbread in it, so that was the difference. Like sweeter, but it had the savory flavor as well. Then we also had cranberry sauce, 2 different kinds. We had the traditional jellied cranberry sauce, but then we also had the cranberry sauce that has the chunky cranberries in it as well. We basically had 2 different kinds. And then we had little Hawaiian rolls. And for dessert, we had pumpkin pie. So basically everything was good. Every single thing I ate was good. The turkey, so basically we put some gravy on it too. And we had gotten the gravy from Trader Joe's rather than the one that you just buy at the store in a jar. That's kind of more generic. We got this Trader Joe's gravy. And the Trader Joe's gravy, dude, it was super good. It had so much flavor. It tasted like twice as good as the one from the store. That almost has no flavor. This one was like so flavorful. So I don't know what they put in it different, but it worked. The turkey was so moist because we had marinated it for 2 days. You put it in your mouth. First, the skin would have all this robust herb and garlic flavor. And then as you start chewing the turkey is so, moist and juicy and had flavor throughout. It's not like, oh, it's bland in the middle because it's turkey breast. No, it was all the way throughout. So my wife knew exactly what she was doing with this marination. She had basically looked up stuff online about, suggestions of how to do it. Oh my God, it was amazing. We had bought ginormous, wide, oblong plates for Thanksgiving to serve on so we could put all of our food on one plate. It still didn't fit. So basically, we put all the sides. It was 4 sides plus a roll plus the cranberry sauce all on one plate. Then we had a separate plate for the turkey and the gravy. So, yeah, we did all of that. And basically, we sat down, we were eating, and you would think, oh, this won't be a big deal. No, it was so filling. Just the first serving, because we have so many extras now, leftovers. But we're eating a little bit, eat a little bit of everything. I'll try this one. I'll try this one. You think one of these things isn't going to be so good, right? They're all going to probably be all right, but you're going to like one thing over the other. I kid you not, I liked every single thing equally. The turkey and every side, everything was so delicious. Everything was amazing. So ate it all, and I couldn't even finish, It was so much food. There was no way I was going to eat all of that. My wife as well. So we finish, and we're like, okay, so what we're going to do for the rest of the day is we're going to digest a little bit and relax in the living room. And then we're going to decorate. My wife is going to decorate downstairs, the big living room area for Christmas, and I'm going to decorate the office and set up all the Christmas animations and lights and everything. So we each had our work to do, right? Now hold on, because I have shout-outs to do, and then we're going to continue with our story. The Red King with a $5 super chat. I only ask because it's such a graphic memory. Do you think you might be allergic to something in the Wendy's salad? Might want to rethink ordering. Being allergic to something is different than getting the shits from it. If you're allergic to something, technically it would cause inflammation. It would cause distress in your breathing passages, or it usually wouldn't make you have to crap. No, if you have to crap, it's basically a reaction for something really bad in the ingredients. Like something was not kosher. You know what I mean? Like something was old, let's be honest, it was Wendy's chili in there. So chances it was probably the Wendy's chili, right? Wendy's chili is literally old meat that fell off a burger that's dried, and they rehydrate it and throw it in. Of course, it's definitely not the best, okay? 1 second. I have to go fix my curtains. They've opened, and the light is hitting my eyeball. I probably should get some Velcro or something to hold them together, because they do open a lot when there's wind outside. Okay. Okay, so continuing on, we got a couple more contributions before we continue our story. I received a $1.25 tip from Sour Shits. I think he meant Pico de Gallo. I think so, too. I don't think he meant Pico Digo. I think he meant Pico de Gallo. But yeah, I love Pico de Gallo. Pico de Gallo is amazing. It has that cilantro and the onion. Oh, really, really good. And I received a $3 tip from Stuart. Did you play Kingdom Come Deliverance? It's on sale for $3 on Steam. The sequel's out in February next year. I didn't play it. My wife did. I watched her play it. I hated it. She hated it, so I'm not playing it. You guys literally every few months bring it up. You're like, hey, what about Kingdom Come Deliverance? And I'm like, I keep telling you. My wife tried it. The beginning was good, and after like an hour or two, the game sucks. It's just really bad. And it's so bad, I don't even remember it. Like, I remember when we were playing it together, we hated it. And then after that, I was like, I'll never play that game. It just looks like shit. So, okay. All right. So now continuing on with our Thanksgiving story. So, the second half of our Thanksgiving celebration basically was decorating. And we have all of our Christmas decorations stored on the top floor. Some are in the storage nook that we have in our bedroom. And some are in our front linen closet on the bottom in these like big paper bags, right? So, thing is, we don't really remember everything that we have. And we're like, well, what are we going to do? Well, let's bring all this out. So we start bringing it out. We actually had bought 2 new things this year. We had bought a cardinal, you know, the bird, the red bird cardinal. And it's basically a water feature. It's filled with water with glitter in it and a light. And you put batteries that you turn it on. It really rotates it all around. It looks beautiful like on a wall. So we got that. And we also got a lantern. Again, it's a water feature lantern. And this one, when you turn it on, it kicks up the water, but it has this like coloring in it. It makes it look like snow. So it's like a snow dust moving around inside the lantern with a big bright light. So we have those 2. And then we have all these other decorations. We have like pine cone battery candles. We have Christmas tree battery candles. We have a candle that's a polar bear holding a giant snowball. We have, let's see, what do we have? We have so many decorations. I can't even remember. We have various different deer decorations. We have a few Christian stuff, like we have nativity stuff. You know, if you're not a Christian, you probably don't care about that. But we have a couple different nativity things. We have a little nativity scene. And then we have another one that's like a snow globe. That's the nativity. And a few other things as well. So a lot. Oh, we got this snowman. And he's about this tall. But he's stuffed. And the thing is, you stretch out and his legs extend. And he becomes this super stilty snowman. We put him in our front hallway. He's pretty cool. Most of the stuff is old, but we bought a few new things this year. Why? Because we could afford them because you guys have been so supportive. So we went and got some new Christmas decorations already this year, and we're going to get some more as well, okay? So, basically, I brought everything downstairs, and it took a while because, you know, we have, like, a lot of stuff to go through, and, you know, just loaded it downstairs. And I said to Kat, all right, so you're going to work on that. I'll go upstairs. So I go upstairs, and I start setting up, and I have a lot of Christmas stuff up here too. You know, various things from over the years. The thing is, I don't really need lights. Like, I used to like having lights in the setup, but that was when I had a crappy camera and everything. Now I don't need lights because I have a backdrop. You know, I have a beautiful backdrop with lights that I can change. I have this frame that's amazing. So I don't need Christmas lights anymore like I used to. So I have them in there, but I just don't use them anymore. I have all kinds of stuff, you know, but I picked out what I wanted for this year. Basically, this year, what I wanted to do, very similar to what I did with the Halloween set. I wanted to bring back some of the things I'd already used in previous years, but I wanted to show you them in actual HD. Because until this year, my webcam had always been a blurry mess. But now I actually have a full HD webcam that's clear and beautiful. So I wanted to show you how good this stuff actually looks in HD. You know, so we got Noel right here, and you got this. This is a little bent, I think. Straight. That's better. There you go. Look at that. I got it straight. So it's good stuff, right? It's stuff, everything here I've already used. Like, nothing here in this setup is new. It just looks new because it's stuff that I haven't, you know, had in HD before, which looks really good, right? So, and over here, we've got the Nutcracker. Pretty cool. And everything, you know, really nice. And then this sign is one of a few that I bought. So now I have 4 different signs I can alternate between. We have the original Pac-Man Ghost, which is the big version of these little guys, the big one. We've got the Game Over sign that I added like over a year ago. And then we've got the PlayStation symbol sign, which I used all last month for the launch of PS5 Pro. And then we have this one. I really like this one. It stands out on camera, does it not? It really is pretty cool. And of course, we have the crown on top, which is nice. And then I had some fun grabbing all the different Christmas animations for the frame for this month, which is really neat and fun to do. And then I went over there and I started setting up, you know, with all of the animations, all the pop-up animations. So every level of tip has a Christmas animation, except the ones that are defaulted. So like the 420 tip or the 666 tip, those are going to have their same animations. But all the other tips are set up to have different animations. All the super chats have their own Christmas level of animation now. And yes, for gifted subs as well, that has all Christmas animation. So tons of Christmas related stuff. Absolutely excellent stuff. So yeah, all good. Great stuff. I set it all up. Took a while, you know, because I had to dig through. I had to put away all the other stuff. I had to dig through. And the panels here, I put up, as you can see, the blue panels as opposed to the black in the background. The blue works better for Christmas, for sure, because now it looks like winter, right? You know, white and blue. You think ice and snow and wintry stuff. So I swapped them out. I figured you don't want black for Christmas month. You want the blue. And the thing is, I have the ability to swap between blue, black, and white at any time. Obviously, the white picks up the color best on camera, which is why I kept the white panels in the middle for the colors. And every day will not be Christmas. You know, I'm going to have other colors, themes, and things, but some days will be dependent. In fact, I'm going to change this for DS Politics later tonight. So it looks at red, white, and blue instead of red, white, and green. So that'll be cool. So yeah, so we did all that. And I head downstairs, and my wife is sitting on the couch, and she looks defeated. And I said, what happened? She says, I'm setting it up, and I'm decorating, and number one, I don't know, like, she's, like, running out of ideas. She's like, I just can't figure out what I want to do this year. I've been down here for over an hour, and I can't figure out how I want to set it up. And, you know, I said, well, let me think. And then I was like, oh, yeah, we might have some more. Basically, there's some more stuff that we hadn't brought down, and I brought that stuff down, too. And also, I needed to put batteries and everything so that we could turn them on and see how they look, because it's hard to see how the stuff's going to look until you have it running. So I did all that. I did for her. I got all the batteries out, and we started, you know, working on it. And then finally, you know, we're finishing, and she's like, yeah, I just don't feel good. I ate too much for dinner. I was like, yeah, I did too. You know, that's what happens on Thanksgiving. You eat too much, and the next thing you know, you pay for it. You feel shitty. You know, it's like, is it worth it? Well, I guess it is. The food's amazing, but like, if we didn't eat as much as we did, we wouldn't have even tasted everything. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like we ate exorbitant amounts of each thing, but anyway, what's up, Game Boy? How you doing today? Happy belated Thanksgiving to you. Ooh. So, we finished up, and basically the way it's set up now, on our mantle above our fireplace, we have a nativity scene, and then we have a bunch of candles on the edges. But it does look a little empty, and we're like, man, we got to get some more for sure. So we will. We're going to do that. I'll talk about it in a second. And then we have two corners of our living room because we have two end tables. So on one end table, it's like completely Christmas themed. Red, green, festive stuff. There's a reindeer there. There's a bunch of like, there's a big flower display that's like red and green. A bunch of candles. That's where we have the cardinal that lights up. That's where we have the lantern that lights up. It's all over there. Then on the other side, we basically have a winter wonderland theme. So it's a whole bunch of trees that are like silver or white, and then a bunch of ice-colored wintry stuff. The polar bear holding the snowball is there. So it's completely two different themes on each corner of the living room, which is really cool. And then we have this this moose. That's a stuffed moose that stands up, but he's all dressed up for like Christmas season. And we put him right in front of one of the end tables, and he stands there perfectly. And we're like, this looks pretty good. But there's a few things missing. Like, number one, we want like some garland or something to put on the mantle because we don't have anything right now. We had them previously, but they all fell apart. You know, they don't last forever. And then number two, we want a Christmas tree. Like, we're upset because we haven't had a Christmas tree in several years. First of all, we can't get a full-size tree. There's no way we could do it because Jasper Kitty would absolutely jump in the tree and climb it. He's that kind of cat. We know that. So we can't get a full-size tree. But for a couple of years, we had a small tree that was only like maybe 2-3 feet tall. You know, it would basically be like this tall, and it would sit on like an end table, and you could decorate it like a real Christmas tree. And we had ornaments and everything. We even have a nice ornament that my parents got us that says, you know, your wedding 2019 and stuff like that, first Christmas. We even have an ornament for Jasper's first Christmas. We're like, oh, this is all nice, but we haven't had a tree in years. So we want to get one. But of course it means we have to go out. So we have to figure out how to do it because my wife looked at her work schedule, and it looks like, I think she's working like Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, I think, of this week. And of course they gave her extended hours for the holidays. So now it's going to be like real stressful because she works retail. And like, well, then the only day we would have to take off would be Thursday. But it's like, when you're working like that and she's on her feet all day, she might want to just have Thursday to relax. So now we're like, so when are we going to go out? So we don't even know what's happening next week. We may or may not have a day off. I mean, it could be Monday, but then it's like, I have Saturday off. I come back Sunday. I have Monday off. You know, that would be weird. So I don't know. We got to figure this out. We got to talk it out and figure. We don't know what we're doing yet next week. So my schedule for next week, I don't even know it yet. I can't even tell you what we're doing. What I can tell you is the next game that's coming out is Marvel Rivals, and that's on December 6th. That's 1 week from today. So next Friday, I will be trying out Marvel Rivals on PC for the very first time. And then the next game after that is the Indiana Jones game, and that's December 9th. Bizarrely enough, I think that's a Monday. When games started releasing on Monday, I guess I missed the boat on that one. I thought it was either Tuesdays or Fridays, but this one's coming out on a Monday. And that's on Game Pass, I think. So I'll be checking out Indiana Jones, but that's like the two big releases for December. That's really the only two that I'm really that interested in. Everything else is kind of like, not a big deal. So I'll continue to focus this week on the games that I've been playing. Stalker 2, a little bit of Dragon Age Veilguard, big advancement in Bloodborne, wondering what that upgrade's going to be. You know, in Bloodborne on the 3rd, where they're going to supposedly shut down the online component for maintenance. You wonder what's going to happen. And obviously, more, Street Fighter 6, which I didn't get to play this week, but I'd like to bring that back into the fold next week. And, of course, Call of Duty. So we have a lot of games to juggle, right? We're juggling like 5 different games right now. And then next week, we'll try Marvel Rivals and see how that is and go from there. So there you go. Now, also, on top of all of that, okay, on top of all of that, as you know, I have a new gaming and streaming PC. And it doesn't work yet because we're awaiting components. We need to get this little adapter for the USB so that my new external capture device will work with it fully. It will work right now, but it won't do full 4K. So we need to get this thing working fully so that I can actually do all the quality that I want. Not to say that I'm going to do 4K right now, but I want the capability. So I'm waiting for this adapter to show up. In addition to that, it's been strongly recommended to me that I basically do a, how do you say, an operating system kind of like swap. So a couple things have happened. Number one, so as you know, I bought the expansion SSD for it and I installed it. So now I have 2 terabytes of storage, but I come to find out the operating system SSD they put in there is not a very good one. It's pretty slow. It's, you know, the lower capacity. What do they call it? NVMe. So it's like NVMe 2 instead of NVMe 3 or whatever it is. I don't understand it. It's all bullshit to me, but it's slower supposedly. I'm not even kidding you. Someone has bought me a Christmas present, an early Christmas present. They said, Phil, I will buy you an internal SSD, a 4 terabyte 990 Samsung SSD. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to say no. So they said yes. So they got it for me and it's coming next week. So because of that, now I have basically this 1 terabyte SSD that's slow, the 2 terabyte SSD that's good, and a 4 terabyte SSD that's coming that's also good. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is a migration of the operating system off of the slow SSD onto the faster SSD. And then what I'll probably do is once that's done, do a swap. So then the 2 terabyte SSD will be my operating system SSD, and the 4 terabyte SSD will be the one that I am storing everything on. So, that's what I think I'm going to do. But that's, you know, that's a work. I have a thumb drive, I have a 32 gigabyte thumb drive that I've had sitting around for a decade. Apparently, I got to install Windows 11 on it. I have to migrate it over. I don't know how to do the whole CD key shit because I don't even have a CD key, you know. It was all pre-installed, so I don't even know how I do that or get that. I mean, I don't know. So I got to figure all this shit out. But then in addition to all of that, then I've got to get my capture device working with it, right? And then on top of all of that, once all that's done, I have to migrate all of my OBS settings, all of this artwork, all of this stuff from my old PC to the new PC and get it all working. And it's just like, oh my God, you know how tough this is going to be, right? I'm not someone who does this every day. In fact, I've never done it. I've literally never done a migration like this ever. So this is all going to be learning to me. And I guarantee you this is going to not work right. Like I'm almost thinking I need to set an entire day next week where I'm going to be doing it all day long. It has to be like the whole day. But the thing is, I can't not stream. So I'll be streaming on this PC while I'm setting up the other PC. Right? You can maybe watch. I could try to do the migration. I could try to do the set or uninstalling all the capture shit I already put on there, installing all the new capture stuff, putting the card in, testing the card, seeing if we can actually record at 4K and stuff like that. You know, testing all of this shit. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's a lot of work. And this is what I was telling you guys. This is what I was dreading. I definitely need to do it. It has to be done. This 10-year-old PC is never going to work endlessly. It has to be replaced. Okay, now is the time. I'm having endless problems. Just this morning, I forgot to tell you, the reason that my stream started late, I went to start, my mic's not working. Okay, let me restart OBS. Oh, OBS won't close. It's crashing in an endless loop and won't close properly. And I'm like, oh, so I got to restart the PC. So I restart the PC. It takes forever. So it's like, I need to have this new one. I need to have this new one working. But I just know it's going to be a ginormous hassle. And of course, it has to happen now in the middle of this busy season when I'm juggling 5 games and we've got 2 new games coming out. And oh, of course, right? So we may do it piece by piece. We may do it all in one day. I don't know. I think all in one day might be the best way to do it. It'll be an insanely stressful day for me. But at the same time, to get it all done in one fell swoop instead of piecemeal, this little piece, then this little piece, then this little piece. I think it makes sense to just do it all at once. That way it's just done. Even if it means that day gets screwed up, of course, you got to wonder what's going to happen with the streak. You know, we're at 88. By the way, more contributions have come in. I'll shout them out in a second. But we're at 88. And every stream, you guys are being incredibly supportive. But are people going to support a stream where I'm just kind of sitting around trying to get my PC working? I don't know. You know, when I did the unboxing and the setup, we almost didn't hit it. We hit it last minute at the very tail end of that stream. Someone, you know, donated to hit the goal. And I was like, yeah, because it sucks. I wasn't there. I was on the floor installing components and shit. You got to wonder what's going to happen if I have a whole day of PC setup. Is that going to kill my streak? I hope not. You know, we have such great momentum. But I know you guys would much prefer probably to see me doing gameplay. But what am I supposed to do? Right? So, I guess we'll see what happens. When everything shows up. So tomorrow, okay, the adapter's showing up for the capture device. So then I should be able to actually install the capture device if I so choose. It should work fully, and I should be able to capture at 4K, stream at 4K. Although I'm not going to do that. I want to do like a captured test video at 4K. I think that would be neat. Like play a game in 4K and capture it and see what it looks like when I upload it to YouTube. But outside of that, after that, we're only waiting on the new hard drive. The new hard drive is coming, I think, middle of next week. I think that's what they said. I think they said it was December 3rd it's supposed to come. Double check that. Hold on. Here it is. Purchase date. Where's the delivery date? It's okay. It says arriving by Wednesday, meaning Wednesday at the latest. It could technically arrive earlier, but there's no guarantee that it will arrive earlier. By the way, wow, they got a good price. They bought it at a Black Friday sale. 4 terabyte 990 Pro SSD PCI Express, Samsung SSD, under $300. I was under the impression the 4 terabyte would be more expensive than that, but I guess they got like a Black Friday price. They paid like $260, I think. Yeah, that's not bad. SSDs, I think, are dropping in price, but this Black Friday has been a really good time to get one for sure. Like I got the one, and that one was like almost $100 off. So yeah, it's been a pretty good deal recently. Oh, that's right. I have a few things. So I have the adapter is arriving tomorrow. Yes, the adapter is arriving tomorrow. And I have a new lighting system. Remember I told you about this? It's a cool rectangle light that it's on an arm. It would go on like the front of my desk here, or I might even be able to attach it to like the tripod possibly. And this arm just goes up and it holds a rectangular light. Okay? And the light does daylight colors or LED color like this light, the ring light, but it also does RGBs. So I'd be able to have it light, you know, my setup, but also like do a special thing where I could have it do all these kind of crazy effects, and it syncs with an app on your phone. So you can just on the phone tap and do all these different adjustments and things to it. So I wouldn't have to mess with any cords down here or worry about accidentally screwing it up. Instead, it's all controlled through an app, which is really neat. So that's coming tomorrow, along with the adapter, and then the hard drive supposedly is coming on Wednesday. So I wouldn't be able to do the migration or anything till Wednesday anyway when it comes to the OS, but I could technically sometime this week, maybe Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday, get the capture device working fully, and I could also mess around with this lighting. So there's new things I can do for the setup that we can kind of mess around with over the next few days if we so choose. So we'll see what happens. I'm planning on obviously continuing on with all my current playthroughs this week. I don't know if I'll finish anything. I think the thing I'm closest to finishing is Bloodborne. No, I think we have to finish the Unseen Village. After you beat the Unseen Village, doesn't that unlock the final technical regular portion of the game? But then we would be able to oh, that's right. No, after that, it's Nightmare of Mensis. Then it's the end of the game, right? Once you go Nightmare of Mensis, then you can actually unlock the optional aliens area. And then you can also, we could go back and do Canehurst. So we still have a while to go. Now, we have a while to go in everything. Like Stalker 2, I have no clue how long it is. But everyone says it could be an incredibly long game if you do all the content. So that one we could be doing for a while, as long as you guys still like it. I don't know how much you're liking Stalker 2 or not. Basically, we have a million options, right? And the question is, I just don't know what to do. I don't know where we want to go, or, what do we want to really focus on? We have Marvel Rivals coming out. You guys might want to see that, and Indiana Jones might be good too. So at one point, I might even be juggling a million things. I don't know. I guess we're going to have to find out. Oh, really? Ellipsian says Stalker 2 got a big patch today that there's improvements all around. Well, that's good to hear. All right, that's good to hear. That because it needs it for sure, and the PC version is good, but we hopefully run much better. Super Bonchon on Kick-Ass, does your motherboard even support NVMe Gen 4? Do you really think I have that answer? Really think I know that answer? I don't know anything about any of this shit. I don't know. It's all Greek to me. I don't know the difference for any of it. So if it doesn't support it, it's probably going to be slower, right? So I'll have to use it at the slower capacity. It's kind of like my capture device right now will work with my current PC using the USB-C cable, but it won't do 4K. It's too slow. It would do like 1080p, 1440p, but it won't do the full 4K. So probably that's what the hard drive will do too. It'll probably have like a bottleneck and it'll run slower, right? Okay. All right, well, let's do some quick shout-outs before we continue on here. So Jared Jackson re-upped his membership to the Ultra status 21 months in a row. He says, totally unrelated. I want to give you a heads up, Stalker 2, first patch live on PC. Oh, there you go. It addresses a total of 650 issues. Not sure if you saw or not, but wanted to make sure you're aware. Well, thank you. Now I'm aware both from you and Ellipsian. Thank you, Jared, for your ongoing support of the channel at the Ultra member. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay. Super Bonchon says it would mean replacing the SSD is pointless. No, it wouldn't. Dude, it's much increased storage. Right now, my OS SSD is 1 terabyte, and the storage SSD is 2 terabytes. With this upgrade, the operating system SSD would be 2 terabytes, and the storage SSD would be 4 terabytes. That would be... I always have a problem right now on my PC, my capture PC, storage, because I think the storage... hard drive is 2 terabytes, it always fills up because I save at least like 1 video per game that I play a year so I could do my year-end series. And it always fills up. And then at the end of the year, I do like a cleansing and then it's kind of empty again. So with this, I don't have to worry about it filling. And by the way, I'm now going to be recording at better quality, at least 1440p. So I need more storage space. So this is perfect. The 4 terabyte will be great. I'm gonna get use out of it for sure. Okay. So what a week this is gonna be. Continuing playthroughs, Christmas vibes, and setup upgrades out the butt. New capture PC, new capture device, better quality streams, better quality on-demand videos, new lighting system is incoming, like everything. It's gonna be nuts. This is going to be a crazy week for sure. I just want to ask you guys for your patience. There may be days when we have technical problems. There may be days when the schedule's off and I can't stream because things aren't working and I'm trying to get them working. Just please be patient with me as I work through all this. I'm not a tech-savvy guy anymore in my 40s. You know, I used to be in my 20s. I'm not anymore. I'm going to do my best to work through it, and a lot of people are going to be helping me, I'm sure, and thank you in advance. And also, again, the streak, right? The streak hopefully continues. I hope that because I'm doing all this tech stuff, it doesn't mean that now the streak suffers when we have such great positive momentum, all right? Speaking of which, a couple more shout-outs to do. I got a $1 tip from a smoking hot rhino's anus. And then I also got a $1.10 tip from a gorilla who's squirting diarrhea, who asks, do I vape or smoke at all? I do not. I absolutely do not. No vaping, no smoking, nothing. I actually do not like it at all. Because when I was growing up, my mom was a chain smoker. She smoked 2 packs of Cool Mild a day, and the entire house constantly smelled of cigarettes, and it was so bad, okay? I would go to school, and my friends would tell me I smelled like a cigarette ashtray. And I'd be like, well, that's awful. I can't tell because I just smell like it all the time because my whole house smells like that. You know? It was disgusting. So now I detest cigarette smoke. I can't stand it at all. And vaping, I don't care about vaping. I would never do anything like that. There was nothing wrong with the Elgato capture card, someone is asking. The problem was my PC. The PCI slot on my PC apparently is not full powered capacity or whatever. It should be, but it's not. They skimped on the motherboard. The motherboard only has 1 good slot for the graphics card. All the other slots are garbage. So I can't use it internally. I have to use an external, and I have to use USB 3.2 in order to use the external, which is why I have to buy this little adapter, because my PC only has USB 3.2 via USB-A type, but the cord for the capture device is USB-C. It's just complicated bullshit. Xbox nuisance, it really doesn't matter, does it? He says, Wings of Redemption keeps running his mouth about you, saying you're trash at Call of Duty, he can beat you in a 1v1. It won't matter what he says because it'll never happen because the guy never does anything but talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've talked to him behind the scenes about being in an interview. You know, at this point, I've spoken publicly, said, I'll kick his ass in any game. Do you see him arranging anything? If he just keeps talking shit on his own podcast, nothing will ever happen because I'm not on his podcast. He would actually have to talk to me to arrange something to happen. And it doesn't seem like he's eager to do that for some bizarre reason. It may just be that a certain kind of person is all talk and no action. I'm just saying. You know? Just saying. I'm a public guy. I have many avenues by which people can contact me. I literally have an open avenue of discussion with him right now that he hasn't responded to in like a month. So, there you have it. I don't know what else to say. You know? Listen, I told you guys, I would like to do content. I would like to do fun stuff. I'm open to doing different kinds of content. 100% I've said I would. Did I not? But the guy who doesn't respond. He talks shit on his show, but then he doesn't actually act in real life. Your show is not real life. You've got to take action. I wonder if this guy's bed was on fire, would he even get up? Or would he just lay on the bed as it roasted him alive? I don't know. I'm really curious. Jeez. Come on, man. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. I'm not here to talk shit about Wings. Like I said, I really don't have any problems with Wings at all. I just wish that the guy would be a little bit less, I don't even know how to say. Sloth-like in actions? I don't know what else to say. Like, I'm excited for the future and fun stuff, but I can't just make people do things, right? I can't. Valdic says, well, will you go set his bed on fire? That's not my job to do. I'm not the one to light the fire under him. That's not me. I can't make anyone take action. All I could do is say, hey, the gauntlet's been laid down. If he thinks he's actually, good at video games, wrong, first of all. And secondly, he's never going to be as good as me. Someone who's been through the competitive circle, someone who's actually won competitions. How many competitions has Wings won? I've actually won entire tournaments before. I went to the Nationals of Street Fighter and I got 4th place, beating every fucking American there. What did he do? Play online and slam his controller? Ooh, ooh. Double M says, can you email a private message Keemstar? Listen, do you not think Keem is aware of the situation? I'm sure he is. It's on that show that he's a part of, so he's well aware. Listen, it's this simple. When they want to do something and take action, they will. In the meantime, they'll probably just sit there talking shit, which they might as well talk to the wall, because talking shit doesn't accomplish anything, Night 1 of WrestleMania, Phil versus Jordy. The funny part is, I don't even know, like, what are 1v1 rules in modern Call of Duty? How does it even work? Because, when he did 1v1 on Bog against that guy, that was Modern Warfare 1, wasn't it? Or 2? Was it 1 or 2? I can't even remember. I mean, it was so long ago. The game was so different. And now the game has been changed completely. I don't even know how the hell it would work. Right? No clue. Because I need to know what are the criteria, what is the challenge, what's the criteria. You can practice, right? Phil Spencer will moderate every match. There you go. Phil Spencer will be our referee. Well, then I'm screwed because I've roasted Phil Spencer quite a lot on this show. He's probably not going to call it right down the middle. I'm in trouble. Madara's God says, for me, it would be a small map and no grenades of any kind. What's up, King Michael? How you doing? LOLCOW Live is depressing. First of all, to make it clear, I've literally never watched LOLCOW Live. Not once. I've watched clips of the show that have been sent to me where I've been addressed or people are like, you must watch this. It's something important. I've never actually watched the show. But from what I've seen, I get it. Like, I totally understand why people would like the show. Some episodes, it looks like it's the Jerry Springer show. And you guys remember how popular Jerry Springer was. Like, that was super popular back in the day. So to have, like, a modern Jerry Springer show on the internet, I get it. And then other shows, they spin it in a way that it's kind of like Jackass, where they're doing, like, these stunts and shit. And again, Jackass was one of the biggest things at one point. So a combination of those two, it makes sense that it would get views and be popular and people would support it. It's just not for me. Like, I never watched Jerry Springer. I never watched Jackass. I certainly would never want to be involved with that kind of content. Boy, am I glad that I didn't, right? I mean, the offer was there, and I didn't even entertain it, thankfully, because, man, I think it would have been a humongous mistake. It would have put me in a direction I totally didn't want to go, So I'm glad I didn't involve myself with it, honestly. Last episode of LOLCOW Live, they destroyed all of Kelly's food she cooked, and they broke played, made a mess everywhere, and left a hole in Wing's floor. Sounds like quality holiday content, doesn't it? Yeah, right? So what I mean, like, I would never want to involve myself with that stuff. Well, what would be the point? What does that accomplish for me besides a paycheck? Well, guess what? I make a paycheck, and I get to do it using content that I like making. you know, not this stunk content or this reality content. I think it's dumb. But that's me. That's my opinion. Obviously, a lot of people disagree with me. That's why the show is popular. So good on them for doing what they're doing and being successful. No, more power to them. You know, they're not hurting anyone doing it. It's just them, right? It's just them involving themselves. They're not going outside and hurting people doing it. So go for it, right? You know, you denigrate yourself as much as you want. If you're making a paycheck, go for it. That's your lifestyle, right? So, but not me. Me, I wanna stick to the stuff that I like doing. Thank you, King Michael. He likes the Christmas setup this year. I'm glad to hear that. Of course, Donald Trump is a real fan of mine. Here he is. He's in chat right now. He says, "Make America Great Again." I don't know why we're still using that. That was for like two elections ago, right? Toronto Slayer says, thoughts on the upcoming fighting game from Riot Games called 2XKO? No, I don't have any thoughts. Zero. Because number one, it's League of Legends. I don't like League of Legends. Don't care for it. The art style, the gameplay, none of it. That's number one. Number two, it's being made by the Cannon brothers, two guys who I do not respect or like from the Street Fighter community. For a long, long time, they had a stranglehold on the Street Fighter community because they controlled SRK.com, the only website where you could post up tournament stuff. They controlled EVO, the national tournament. I didn't agree with the way that they did things or ran things. Then they created GGPO netcode, and they had a lot of issues there when it launched, and they you know, a lot of stuff, a lot of bad blood there. Okay? So why would I care about and or play or support their game? I wouldn't. I'm just going to abstain from it. Not that anyone cares anyway if DSP plays a fighting game or not, right? It's not a big deal. But I'm going to abstain from that game. It doesn't look good to me anyway. And then on top of that, the subject matter I don't care about, and the people involved I don't like. So I'm not going to involve myself with it whatsoever. I don't know if it'll be popular or not. It certainly won't be Street Fighter 6, right? Stuart says, Rakita's defense is that his streams are all kayfabe, and the cocaine was a prop like he's trying to do Scarface. Yeah, but he would be doing it on stream then, right? I mean, it's very simple, you know, counter to that. If that were true, then he would be doing it on stream. He would not be doing it off stream and then being high and coming on stream. He would actually be doing the cocaine on stream, correct? And by the way, it doesn't matter if it's real cocaine. It can't be a prop. It's real. It's still a controlled substance he shouldn't have had. I received an $8 tip from Score. If you get back into wrestling, check out the recent CM Punk and Drew McIntyre Hell in a Cell match. People say it was one of the best cell matches ever, up there with End of an Era. Oh, yeah? I am completely and utterly out of the loop when it comes to pro wrestling. I haven't watched it at all. I was not even aware that CM Punk was in a feud with Drew McIntyre. Here's your animation. Here's a nice festive Christmas animation. Is that Jasper in the Christmas tree? No. I love it. Thank you, Score, for an $8 tip. Well, Score, I guess we're going to see what happens. Like I said, there is some discussion about me possibly doing another pro wrestling commentary show next year at some point. When, basically, when the pro wrestling stuff becomes more readily available. Like, I think what it is it's supposed to be on Netflix now, right? So if you get Netflix, you can watch Monday Night Raw every week, and then you get the pay-per-views on there too. Is that true? So if that's the case, then I could just get Netflix and I have access to it, and I could just watch some of it, and maybe that would come back. I don't know. I know nothing about it. I'm so out of the loop. It's going to be zany if I have to get caught back up on it again. It really is going to be wild. So the pay-per-views are on Peacock. Oh, so I'd have to get Peacock and Netflix. Well, we'll look into it, to be honest. I was talking to Ashton, Triple P, about this on and off. We haven't come to any determination on how it would work or where we would do it or anything yet, okay? Just that we're interested in doing it, but, we've both been very busy. Look at how busy I've been juggling a zillion games and now doing all this PC shit, and he's been busy, you know, with the stuff over there. They just came back last night to a big return show and everything. So, you know, I'm sure we'll start discussing it at some point when we get a chance, but just not right now. So, okay. Oh, by the way, this is dangling, huh? With the breeze. Maybe I can do this. That way it doesn't dangle. There we go. How does that look? Does that look all right? You like it? Because I don't like it dangling in the breeze. Madara is God says that match and Bryan Danielson versus Will Ospreay are my favorite matches of this year. There you go. Raw will be on Netflix in the U.S. Okay. Kick is pretty quiet today. You guys all right over there? Like, everyone's asleep over there. Anyone awake on Kick? You guys are barely talking. YouTube chat is active today, but not Kick for some reason. By the way, I'm not sure. Remember I told you guys yesterday about that Kick kind of does their monthly cutoff, but I guess they didn't. They didn't. I thought they were going to cut off the month on the 28th, but they didn't. I don't know why not, because they did last month. Like, last month, I think it went from, like, October 1st to, like, October 28th or 20... Or maybe it was the 29th. Maybe that's what it is. Because it's continuing. Yeah. So, anything today, anyone on Kick who either subscribes or gifts a sub today, it still counts for this month, and I should get paid for it, like, in a day or two. So, thank you to anyone this month who's been supportive on Kick. I really appreciate that. And, yeah, it would definitely help me out if you guys supported on Kick today. So please consider it. If you're not a member or if you're not a sub, to become a paid sub over there, you get all those cool things. And obviously, to give some subs to the community as well. Thank you. Okay. How you doing, No Sleep Real Vibes? Welcome to the stream. Happy holidays to you. We're all doing good over here. Thanks for asking. Yeah, Persona 3 Reload Madara's God never would have worked, as you know, this year. RPG overload, right? Oh, I have two quick news stories I want to cover for you guys today. Why not? Now would be a good time to do it. News story number one is regarding The Witcher 4. So CD Projekt Red was interviewed by Eurogamer. And there was a giant interview. If you want to read the entire article, it's here. There's a ton of stuff that was covered. But someone on Twitter did a really good summary. So I just want to say shout out to Okami13 for this great summary of the article. So here's what CD Projekt Red has to say about Witcher 4. The next game will be bigger and better than both Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk 2077. Witcher 4 will likely release 1 to 2 years after its full reveal, which hasn't even happened yet. Okay. Lessons learned from Cyberpunk. There's no magic. There's only hard work and making sure you stay on the right course. I have no idea what that means, by the way. It sounds like mumbo jumbo to me. Better studio organization to avoid another buggy launch, including better review processes and more time for pre-production. That does sound like concrete improvement. Cyberpunk's launch wasn't the reason for the switch to Unreal Engine 5. They wanted to share tech between multiple projects simultaneously. And PC first release not in the cards at the moment. It should launch on console at the same time. So, some interesting information there about Witcher 4. I mean, honestly, they haven't even shown it yet. You know what I'm saying? At all. So the fact that they haven't even shown it yet, and then they're saying it's going to be at least a year or two after, I think that's a good move. I mean, here's the problem with Cyberpunk. They showed it off so early before they really had even like a fully formed concept yet of how they were going to do it. And then by the time that they actually got around to making it fully, they couldn't do it. They, you know, technology, you know, wasn't there, and then they had to keep changing over and over. They fucked up. And then, at least with Witcher 4, they're going to take their time before they reveal anything, so that way they won't build up expectations unreasonably, right? Like, if they already got the game partially done when they announce it, then you can say, well, here's what we've got, and this is definitely going to be the game. Versus in Cyberpunk, they didn't know what the fuck they were doing yet, and then they announced it. Like, what are you doing? That was really stupid. You can't announce a game so early in its life cycle, right? So, hopefully they did learn from their mistakes. Don't announce super early. Don't overpromise and underdeliver. You know? Yeah. I hope that they actually have improved. 'Cause here's the thing. Cyberpunk was their first big failure, correct? But then they managed to recover from it. It took a while. It took a couple of years. But they managed to recover from it. And now I feel like consumer confidence is back in the side of CD Projekt Red. If Witcher 4 comes out and sucks or is buggy, they're fucked. Because now, it's like they say, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. If you bite a second time and the bite is still rotten, the second time, no one's going to bite a third time. That will be it for them. So, seriously, hopefully, they did learn their lesson, and this game will be good at launch. I would love for it to be good because Witcher 3 was quite good, and I loved it. I want another game like that. I guess we'll have to see what happens, especially because I'll be a PC gamer, and I'll be able to play a super high-end, you know, awesome version of the game. So, yeah, let's see what happens, my friends. All right, so that is story number 1. Story number 2 this morning. I'm using the wrong mouse because I'm an idiot. Lies of P has announced their expansion. Finally, we knew it was coming. We just didn't know when or what. So, here it is. Developers, NeoWiz Games and Ronde Studio have not disappointed. So, the DLC is on the horizon. What we know so far, new area to explore. The DLC is expected to introduce new sections of crop, possibly extending the narrative, like a port or underwater industrial zone. And new enemies and bosses, duh. New weapon and customizations, and additional story elements. In this case, there's speculation the DLC might bridge the gap between the first game and its sequel, potentially setting up the narrative involving Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz that was hinted in the original ending of the game. Let's see here. They're saying it's coming out Q1 2025. Now, as you guys know, I loved Lies of P. I thought Lies of P was a superb game. It was one of my favorite games of last year, by far. And I cannot wait to play more. But I do have a question. Now, this is an interesting question for everyone. I don't even know if you will be able to answer it, okay? So, if you guys remember, I played Lies of P on the Xbox Series X because it was on Game Pass, right? If I'm going to play it, the DLC, I want to play it on PC because I gave my wife my Xbox Series X. I'm not going back to it. Would I be able to play the DLC on PC, or am I boned? Can I somehow get my game progress to go from Xbox Series X to the PC? I hope so. I mean, I still have Game Pass, so I should still be able to get the game on there, but I don't know if the save will carry over. I hope it does. I just don't know if it does, I'm good, and I can't wait to play it on PC. It's going to be even better, right? But I don't know if Lies of P works like that, and that makes me nervous. All those games that I played on Xbox Series X, right? Are we going to have an issue now that I've migrated to become a PC gamer? I don't know. So right now, I can tell you some people, there's disagreement. It says, Madara's God says Game Pass on PC, you should be able to. Traverse says, I think it's cross-save. I see. No, think and know are two different things. And it's wishful thinking. Yes, I want it to be cross-save. I hope it is. But it makes me nervous. Because I'll tell you right now, I'm probably not going to replay the whole game. You know, I want to do the DLC, but I certainly don't want to redo the whole thing from the start. So, it definitely is making me nervous here that, you know, we may be screwed. I may not be able to do the DLC. You get the Xbox app for PC that lets you play games on PC. No, I have that. That's what I use. That's how I play Call of Duty. That's how I'm playing Flight Sim. I'm doing all those games through there right now. Actually, I'm doing Stalker as well. All the games I'm playing right now, I'm actually doing on the Xbox app. Yep. Well, let's find out. Screw it. Why can't I find out right now? Right? The answer is, I can't. There's no reason I can't. Lies of P. There it is. Install. We'll install it right now. And if it downloads fast enough, we'll even test. We'll find out right now. Right? Why not? Duh. Come on, Phil. Don't be stupid. How big is it? Oh, crap, it's big. It looks big. It says it's installing 1%. Oh, no, this could take a long time. Well, we probably can't finish it on this podcast then. That's for sure. But maybe I'll have it installed over the next day or two, and then I'll test it. Hopefully, it carries over. Okay, so guys, here's the thing. We have a few minutes left. Let's chat it up. Let's have a little bit of Q&A for the end of the show. But guys, what I was hoping was that we could hit the goal on the podcast because I want to order the food for delivery later from Wendy's. So if you could, it would be great if you were thinking of contributing on this stream and you were holding back. If you could contribute now, that would be amazing. That way I can order the food and we can get it en route for later, rather than having to stop playing Call of Duty at some point in the middle of the stream to then order then. Just saying, it would definitely work out better doing it ahead of time. So please consider contributing right now. Again, super chats, super stickers, memberships, and gifted memberships on the YouTube side, subs and gifted subs over on the Kick side, and tips that go between all count, and all would be greatly appreciated this morning, or I should say this afternoon. It's now 12:44 p.m. Spent all your money on Black Friday. Fonzie, what did you get? Did you get anything good? This year, I almost never spent any money on Black Friday because I never had money. This year, I spent an insane amount of money. Think about it. I bought the 2 UPS power supplies. I bought the streaming and capture PC. I bought the internal capture card, and then I bought the external capture card. I bought a whole bunch of HDMI cables. I bought the expansion hard drive, and now I bought this new lighting system that's coming, and then I bought the adapters. No lie, I just spent like $3,000 this week for Black Friday week. I did. Insane. You bought a ton of stuff for your kids, nothing for yourself. What did you get your kids? Anything good? I'm just curious what kids want these days. Because, man, is the world different now, obviously, than when I was a kid. When I was a kid, all the kids wanted action figures and toys and like, Nintendo. Right? That was it. Everyone wanted it. So what do kids want today? Orange F. Sakai says, can we talk about the guy who's terminally ill and the devs of Borderlands 4 let him play early, heartwarming story? I mean, that's nice. It's nice. He's like a super fan of Borderlands 4, so they let him play their build copy early. That's nice of them. That's really all I have to say about it. Like, I don't know what else I would say about it. That's nice of them. Your daughter wanted an Xbox One to play Just Dance. Oh, with the motion? Still with is it using the Kinect? Or, see, I don't even know how Just Dance works anymore, because Just Dance was based on motion controls, right? For the Wii, it had the Wiimotes. For the Xbox One, it had the Kinect. And for the PlayStation 4, didn't it have the Move and the Eye? So what does it use now? It uses phones? Huh? It uses a phone? So how does it do that? Your phone scans you moving? What in the holy crap? I didn't hear about this. That's interesting. So it uses your phone's camera. I guess we didn't need to connect. We all use our phones now. Hey, everyone has a Kinect right now. It's called your phone. Wow. Lady Charisma says, I got myself a new PC build. I have a micro center near me. You can pick out everything, and then they build it for you, so you get the best of both worlds. That's neat. Yeah, I've never even seen of a micro center or heard about it until you guys told me about it. I didn't even know it existed. I've never seen one. The phones are the new motion control. Oh, that's cool. Honestly, I think that actually is cool. That your phone could do that. I'd much rather just have your phone get set up somewhere than that connecting was terrible. You had to mount it on your TV. It didn't even mount properly on most TVs. And then it wouldn't work right at all. I'd much rather just have a phone track you. And I bet how much you want to bet the phone does it better now anyway, right? Because now all the technology's advanced. It's probably way better now. Thank you. Stanley likes the Christmas setup. Thank you very much. I really enjoyed setting it up. It's going to be a great month for sure. Why did I get UPS systems having power issues? Well, when you have multiple high-end PCs and you use them every day for work and you don't want them to die, you should have UPSs, okay? I always had one, And then what happened was it died out earlier this year, and I forgot that it had broken. Like, no lie, it just slipped my mind that my UPS was dead. And then we had a power outage last week. Well, a week and a half ago. And then all the PCs shut out. I was like, oh, no, don't tell me with the power outage it just fried my PC. And luckily it didn't. I was like, dude, that was like a bullet dodged. So then I said, I got to get them again. So I bought 2 for Black Friday sale, and they're pretty good. They look nice. They match my gaming PCs, so. Or they match my gaming and streaming PC. Everything's white now. Everything matches. Thank you, Damien. He likes the new setup as well. Glad to hear that. When you're checking the Xbox store, look for it to say play anywhere. Any game that does that carry saves between Xbox and PC. Xbox Play Anywhere with purchase. With purchase. Uh-oh. Are they saying you have to buy it? No. It says with purchase. I don't know if I like that. I guess we'll find out. It's 87% done. Maybe we'll do a quick test. Sandy, thank you. Sandy likes the setup. Everyone likes the setup. I'm glad to hear this. No, I had stuff plugged into surge protectors, but I hate to tell you, surge protectors aren't very good. I know because I had a PC that fried plugged into a surge protector, and you know, you're shit out of luck. You need to have the battery backup for you know, high-end PCs. It's just a necessary thing. I want to play the DLC. Yeah, I'd be very interested in the Lies of P DLC for sure. I really like the base game, and I would love to play the DLC, but I just don't know if it's going to work. We're about to find out. It's about to finish downloading. Here we go. You guys are going to hear Lies of P in the background, or I could just mute it. I guess I'll mute it. You guys don't get your ears blown out. There, I muted it. All right, accept. Syncing data, it says. I think this is going to work. It says syncing data. Launching game. I think we're good. Wow. Wow, modern technology, guys. Compiling shaders. Compile those shaders, Pinocchio. Yes, Clan Cup Tie, you're the third person to tell me about this quality of life upgrade for Stalker 2 today. Can go faster? I have things to do. Fuck. All I want to see is if it has my game save. That's it. Yeah, it has it. It totally has it. 36 hours, 46 minutes. We're good. We are good, folks. Well, that's certainly good news. That is pretty cool that they have these game migrations now between the 2 formats. Boy, am I glad that I got Game Pass. Sweet. Well, we'll be doing the DLC Q1. There's our answer. We'll be doing it on PC this time, baby. Oh, yeah. Good shit. What's the life on the battery backups? I literally have no idea, and I don't care. Even if it runs 5 minutes, that's enough for me to shut down my PCs. You know, it's not a big deal. What's up, Sister Anime? How are you over on Kick? All right, so we'll have a couple more minutes of Q&A. Anyone wants to tag me in either chat, we'll talk. And again, it sure would be great if we could hit this goal soon. If we can hit the goal, then I can order the food for DSP Tries It. All right, so I want to get it going. I want to have it en route, scheduled, so that way I can just focus on Why is Black Ops 6 not listed? What the hell? What is going on? Black Ops Zombies, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3. There's no Black Ops 6 listed on Kick? What happened? So last night, I set the stream to Black Ops 6. I just checked and it says I'm on Just Chatting. Why would I be on Just Chatting? And then I go to set it to Black Ops 6. Black Ops 6 has been removed as an option on Kick. What the hell? Yeah, and it won't let me set it to Black Ops 6. Kick is having some weird glitch. What is going on? Can I maybe do it over here? There it is. Dude, I don't even understand. It worked. I could not do it on my desktop PC. It refused to work, but it works on my laptop. I don't get it. Kick has some weird issues like that, I've noticed. I don't know why it's like that, but I fixed it. There you go. Well, now it says Black Ops 6 over there. All right. I don't know. You tell me. What's zombies like in Black Ops 6? Really good. They have 2 different maps. One's more traditional. It feels like an old zombies map. The other, it feels like a fresh new thing where you're running through a town. And the whole town's overrun with zombies. It's very well done. I really enjoyed doing it on Halloween with the Kino Casino guys. It was great. Busty Phil says, can we get some other people to support? Keep in mind, Busty Phil gifted 5 subs this morning. I want to see the DSP tries it. Me too. I mean, guys, we went all week to get to this. If we don't hit the goal, that would be pretty ridiculous. We got this far. We're on the day of the DSP tries it and we don't hit it. That would be nuts. What's the hardest FromSoft boss? That's a subjective question. For me, the hardest one ever? Originally, probably would have been Ludwig the first time that I played the Old Hunters DLC, but he wasn't that bad the second time. The one that I think took me the longest ever to beat was, it wasn't Melania. Melania was, wait, it might have been Melania. It wasn't Radon. Radon I beat faster than Melania. I know that. But I don't know if it was Melania or if it was Champion Gundyr. I think it was Melania. I think originally Melania took longer. The second time, no. The second time I beat her pretty good. I learned her patterns. I was even dodging her whole waterfall dance or whatever it's called. But the first time around, Melania took me a long time to beat. A couple streams. Retake USA Archive just did a $2 super chat. Thank you for that. That's a small contribution. That's why it wasn't a Christmas animation. Christmas animations are $5 and up, FYI. Dragonito says, why do they call them nutcrackers? Because they're meant to crack nuts. Now, the ones that you buy today don't. But a real nutcracker is made of very durable handmade wood. And you would put the nut in their mouth like a walnut. And you would close the mouth and it would crack the shell of the nut so you could get to the delicious meat of the nut inside. But today they're just more ornamental. Like this would not work. It would break. It's not meant to crack a real nut. Am I going to run for Washington State governor in 2028 and for what party? I don't know. This might be the beginning of my big bid for politics. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. I'm debating it right now. We got to see how my politics show goes. Tonight is DS Politics, folks. You're aware. Tonight, exclusively over on Kick. We've got a great show lined up. I'm going to be talking about all kinds of topics, including... Hold on. Including the whole deal with Trump and tariffs, the pros, cons, and how other countries are reacting to the tariffs that he's threatening. The Jaguar automobile company imploding on itself, or did it? Because there's interesting different takes on that, depending on different people. Donald Trump's sentencing in his New York felony trial being indefinitely postponed, and how that affects everything. Justin Trudeau dancing at a Taylor Swift concert while his city's burning down. Interesting. And a few other smaller stories. And then we're going to have a big finale story about more celebrity stuff trying to talk politics. I just find it hilariously fascinating when celebrities try to talk politics. It's great. Okay. Oh, there's a reason why I have a politics show and I separate politics from my other content, because I know people don't want to hear it on this show. That's why I'm doing it tonight exclusively on Kick, 6:15 p.m. Pacific time. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I tried, but I couldn't get it to go any higher than $63 on the podcast. So let's end the show. All right. And then let's get ready for Call of Duty. So, ladies and gentlemen, this time of year, I just want to say thank you. It is the holiday season. We are all in a great mood. It's festive fun here on DSPGaming for a whole month or longer. And I appreciate all of you hanging out, being awesome, and getting into the vibes with me. I am not here tomorrow. It is my day off. But when I return on Sunday, I'll tell you all about it. Plus, on Sunday, we're going to jump into new games and fun. So thank you all. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to all of you. And I will see you soon.